Our office will offer you a no-obligation consultation with necessary x-rays. We can be reached at 817-282-9321 or midcitiesdental.com. Again, that number is 817-282-9321.
Come join the St. Joseph Catholic Church community at 600 South Jupiter Road in Richardson for fun and fellowship at their annual St. Joseph Fall Festival on Sunday, October 24th. The time of the festival is from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. on parish grounds. Taste the delicious food of hot dogs, hamburgers, international cuisine from the multicultural community, and enjoy games, booths, inflatables, music, and special entertainment. There will be fun for all ages. For prices of the festival, call Carol at 214-564-8684 or visit stjoseph.org. BOMA USA is a new sponsor of KATH 910 AM. They're the Billings Ovulation Method Association, and they've created an online teacher training program for healthcare professionals in restorative reproductive medicine. Due to a generous grant by the Catholic Foundation, any healthcare student or practicing professional from the Dallas area can access the entire content for just $100, a 90% discount. To learn more, visit boma-usa.org and click on Health Professionals at the top of the page.
Welcome to Back to the Father, a show about the journey of life focused on our final end, which is God Himself, our loving Father. And now, here's your host, Dave Palmer.
And welcome, everybody, to this edition of Back to the Father here on the Guadalupe Radio Network social media pages. We're glad that you are part of the show. Thank you so much for watching and participating. We'd love to hear from you. If you'd like to comment in the chat boxes of our YouTube or Facebook or Twitter pages, we would very much appreciate that. We'd love to hear from you, and we want to know what you think about what we're talking about. And you can also call in. Every now and then we get a call. The phone number 877-757-9424, 877-757-9424. You see we've got little labels. They call them bottom thirds now that identify who we are, so that's pretty cool. Thanks to Sissel for doing that. Today, the topic in the middle part of the show, as we actually talk about the Summa Theologica, is going to be on the eternal law and the divine law. Okay, 2 weeks ago, we had our friends Josephine and Tony from Australia. We talked about human law, and then last week we talked about the natural law. So we figured we'd go ahead and complete all the laws, and we'll talk about eternal law and divine law today. Why is it important? How does it tie into our final end? And why should we care about what St. Thomas Aquinas teaches in the Summa Theologica about the eternal and the divine law? Now, I will say, Sissel told me today, and by the way, Sissel, how you doing? Good to see you. Sissel Anderson
I'm
here,
doing well.
Jonathan von Weber-Hansberg, here on mic number 3. Not number 3 in importance. No, just if we're counting microphones, you're in number 3, okay? So don't let that bother you at all. So somebody actually called during the week and had a little bit of a concern about the way I said
yes.
theologia, right?
Yes, because I feel like we've talked about this before about what is the proper way to pronounce it, but I feel like we've never come to 100% what is the actual proper way. Because I feel like we usually say theologica just so everyone can hear all of the every single letter. But then you also say, I don't even know how you say it the other way, theologica, or how do you say that?
Oh, theologia.
Theologia,
Yeah.
which I believe was what the lady was saying that she thought was the proper way. So
okay.
I don't know if anyone else out there, even though Dave, technically you are a resident Thomist.
Yeah, apparently, yeah, from what I see on the screen, yeah.
Yeah.
Does she watch the show? Do you know?
I don't know if she does. I think she just heard a spot on the air about it, and so she was
well, at least
wondering.
she cares enough to comment.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I like that fact. To me, it's kind of like if somebody's name is Juan or John, are you saying, is it mispronounced to say Juan? No, because in their culture, it's the same name, right? But it's just pronounced differently in different cultures. And so I think that's pretty much what it is. It doesn't have one pronunciation. It can be pronounced different ways. So anyways, but we do appreciate the comments. And all right, we all have, some of us have hats on. I like to make fun of Jonathan. I don't know. Jonathan takes it pretty well. Mine's pretty self-explanatory. It's a Catholic hat. It's actually going to be tied into my trivia questions, as you might expect, because pretty much everything we talk about is related to the Catholic faith. But this is a pretty cool one. And I don't know. Let me ask you all this. I have a lot of hats. I collect them, like baseball caps. And, I've got one that says Smoky Mountains. I've got one, different places that I've gone, Indiana, and just different vacations. And I'm sometimes, I don't know, sometimes I don't know if wearing this is provocative. Would you, would you feel comfortable just going out and kind of stuff on your shirt?
I would, which is
I don't know that
Catholic.
Jonathan's mic's on, Diane. I can't hear you.
Oh, turn your mic.
Yeah. So not only are you
wait, there we go.
Not only on mic 3, but a mic 3 that isn't even on. Okay, that's
so
really
I know
bad.
what you think of me. There we go.
Yeah. So tell me, would you proudly wear your Catholicism on
I would,
your
yes.
apparel? No
Definitely.
big deal?
Yes.
What about political statements or
all the time? Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, you're pretty bold. I mean, yeah, you don't care.
It depends on what you mean by political statement. I'll wear something pro-life, even though I definitely have been in college situations where I'm wearing something. But to me, that's not political though, because that's just a life issue.
Yeah,
But I don't usually have merchandise for different people who are running in politics anyway.
Yeah, I
have too much clothes anyway.
It's interesting because I'm in radio, and radio by its very nature, you're drawing attention to yourself.
Yeah.
But I when I'm out in public, I generally like to just blend in. I'm not the one to wear the bright green suit or the crazy hat or
Basically, you're saying you're not me. Because I have done all of those
things. I've never
things.
seen you in a bright green suit.
I have a bright yellow suit, and I've worn that around. I have a lot of things.
I enjoy wearing aggressive political stuff because people look at me, and then sometimes they're like, "Oh yeah," kind of doing little nods and thumbs up, and then other people just stare at me like they hate me.
Yeah.
But I think it's fun, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
interesting.
It's almost like I guess I don't. I'm not a provocative kind of person, generally speaking. But I don't know. But I wear this. But I will admit sometimes I just go for the easy thing. If you got Great Smoky Mountains on your cap, you're probably not going to offend anybody. Although these days, you never know who you're going to offend by what you do. So also Diane Xavier is behind the glass. She's producing the show, taking calls. And so if you want to call in, we'd love to hear from you. See, Buddy is watching. Thank you, Buddy, very much. Buddy's a very faithful listener to Catholic Drive Time as well. And I think David L. Gray, too. Does Buddy? Yeah, he's just there, right?
He's just a GRN fan.
He's a GRN fan. So, Buddy, good to hear from you. 877-757-9424. This program has 3 different parts.
Hats?
4
different parts.
Hats is the beginning. Yeah, kind of, a little early chit-chat. No, I said you got to a hat. It's a beanie, right?
It's a beanie I made.
Oh, you made it.
I
Look
made
at you.
it.
That's
Yes.
cool.
There
Wow.
you go.
Okay.
Okay,
And
we're good now.
anything else? Why did you decide?
Why did I decide to make it? So I can't knit or crochet for the life of me, but there's these round looms that you can like kind of secure and make beanies out of. And so I decided that's what I was going to do. And I thought I was going to start a business with it one day.
Yeah.
Did not start a business with it. But I have this one beanie that I enjoy and I'm proud of.
I think it's a good look, yeah. Last week you kind of had the funeral look, as Jonathan said. And this
now
week,
I've got like the nerd hipster vibe going on.
kind of that Seattle look, would you say?
Yes.
Kind of grunge.
I got my Marvel dress on. Yeah.
Yeah, I always wonder, like, how old is too old to wear a baseball cap? You know, because I'm 54, and I think people, a baseball cap makes you look younger. You know, most people look at me and say, that guy must be like 20.
I mean, I know a guy who's 80 and he wears one.
Yeah.
I don't think you outgrow.
Yeah, it's kind of just
I don't know.
It depends on what's on it.
But not backwards.
I wear my baseball hats backwards. I will say I'm one of those people.
An old guy should not wear a baseball cap backwards. In fact, I don't know. That's just me.
I now have a strong desire to see Dave with his.
Do it. Come put it on backwards.
Yeah, I mean, in some places it could be like a gang symbol. I mean, you got to be careful, you know, depending on where you are. So yeah, there are 3 parts, and this actually isn't one of the parts.
No,
okay,
it's not.
so this part so far, 8 minutes
You
in,
just wasted the time.
It's not one of the parts. We do a way a day, and this is where we notice something during our week, and then we connect it to God. Some kind of creature. That can't be a human, can't be an angel, because you can't see him. Humans are too obvious connected to God, made to the image and likeness of God. But some kind of non-intelligent creature, like a plant or a bug or a mammal or something, and then you connect it to God somehow. And I cheated this week because pretty much every single one that I'm going to show you was provided by somebody else, because I have my students turn them in, and then I also have the Facebook page. In fact, I don't know, Sissel, if you saw the moth on the Facebook page. I almost hope you didn't see it.
I don't think I did. I don't think I did.
Yeah, don't give it away, because it is just the most amazing moth that I've ever seen. So, and then we do our teaching, and today, of course, is going to be on the divine law and the eternal law, as I mentioned. And then we do trivia at the end to wrap everything up. And so, welcome, and come all, comments, chat, phone calls. We're glad that you are here and listening. So let's move right on into the prayer. Okay, and I'm so uncreative because I'm going to say the same prayer from St. Thomas Aquinas 3 weeks in a row. It's nice and succinct. It's brief, so Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen. Grant me, O Lord, my God, a mind to know you, a heart to seek you, wisdom to find you, conduct pleasing to you, faithful perseverance in waiting for you, and a hope of finally embracing you. Amen. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen. I'm sorry I didn't take my hat off. It's complicated. It's hard to take hats off. Why don't women have to take their hats off when they pray? It's only men.
That's a great question, because I was very confused growing up, because I did have worn hats a lot of my life, and I remember asking several people, I'm like, wait, are you sure I don't need to take my hat off because this feels wrong because everyone else is?
Because you can wear them inside too, can't you?
Yeah, I can wear them inside. Yeah, actually, because like women, pre-Vatican II would always be veiled or have a hat on in Mass. And I wear a veil in Mass, and I only recently started wearing hats in Mass too, because it felt wrong. Mm-hmm. It feels wrong, because first off, I'm like, some hats can be big and obnoxious and block the view of.
But it wouldn't be appropriate for a woman to wear like a baseball cap. I mean, that seems.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah. I guess it depends on whether the hat is tailored for.
I do really think we're going to have a theology of the hat discussion at some point.
Like a bonus episode after the show.
Is that going to be like a new papal encyclical? Because we already got theology of the body. Now we have theology of the hat.
I feel like we talk about hats a lot, and these are questions I genuinely need answers to.
We do talk about hats a lot. And they have some good, tangential conversations that come about from them. So, all right. And again, I sometimes like to give Jonathan a hard time. He takes it well, but there's been this talk of this intro for a way a day that he's putting together, him and Sam and a banjo and singing.
Well, Sam hasn't come. He's betrayed me, and we can't do it without his ukulele.
Okay, all right. So I think he'll be back next week.
Okay,
so
good.
We'll have that, right? And so let's move on. And Jonathan, you are up first. A way a day, and this is a picture of an armadillo.
An armadillo.
It's a fantastic picture, Jonathan.
I know.
Congratulations. Well, you have like a really good camera.
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, it was a fantastic picture right there.
It's like posing for you and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was not the actual armadillo.
I was unable to get a picture due to what I was doing or trying to do to the armadillo while I encountered it. So a little bit of backstory. I have an arch nemesis, and it's the armadillo. Okay. For 2 years, this armadillo has destroyed my Marion garden.
A particular one?
Yes, a particular armadillo.
Okay,
I know what it looks like.
Okay.
Tell you.
They all look the same.
No, I don't.
What do you
Okay.
mean?
He's this really, really big, fat armadillo. And he tears these holes in the garden and eats the flowers. So I thought, okay, you know what? It's illegal to catch it without a license if it's a pest. So I've been trying to catch it for 2 years. I have done the most ridiculous things. I have run around at midnight with my hoodie, running through people's yards, trying to tackle the armadillo. I just creeped around this guy's house with a net once, waiting for him. One guy let me in his backyard and try and catch it one time, but I failed every time. But during the storm that came in the other day, I saw it. And the thing is that armadillos have terrible sight. So,
and you haven't been able to catch it this whole time.
Quiet. So the thing is that they can smell you, but I was downwind of it because it was so windy. So I got right up next to it. I was thinking I could just try to catch it with my foot maybe, and then take off my hoodie and then wrap it up in there because they have leprosy on them, the ones we have here, and I could try to bring it home and release it somewhere else. But unfortunately, it got away. I spooked it.
Oh gosh, I hate bad endings. And so, how is it connected to God?
The thing is that I don't think armadillos are, because they're so horrible. Okay, they're actually invented.
They're cute. Look at that little snout.
In Mexican folklore, they were created as a curse by the sun god.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, and that's truth.
From what I can tell, yes.
Armadillos are not known to be very intelligent creatures, and so maybe the other animals feel better about themselves because of armadillos.
Well, I think that the one thing I have to give it credit for is that God did a good job protecting it.
Yeah.
Because I think, as far as I know, it's the only mammal, at least members of the armadillo family, are the only mammals that have a sort of scaly, hard shell on them.
Yeah. Almost like dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I got real close to it and I knocked him over with my foot when I was trying to catch him. And I saw he has like the fur kind of is sticking out of these little plates on its arms, and its belly is the only part that has no scales on it. But it's back when it curls up into a ball. It's the entire thing is covered in this really rock hard, bony shell.
Interesting.
Interesting. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah. Oh, and they eat worms too.
And look forward to your trivia question at the end of the show. By the way.
Oh yeah, that totally.
Why is it upside down?
I don't know.
What?
That I couldn't tell you.
That's so weird because on my page it's okay. You got the.
We have an upside down chicken.
Yeah, no, that's a rooster.
Upside down rooster.
Yeah. So one of my students turned this one.
It's the 21st century. I don't try to gender things.
I don't know what happened, but there's an upside down. Okay, so my student Regina turned this one in, and I thought this was so funny because I thought about Jonathan. I thought about his story of getting chased out of the hen house. And look what she said. She said there are several interesting things about roosters. For one thing, they have a natural tendency to defend their flock. When a predator comes, you can insert Jonathan for predator. They will
when a wild Jonathan comes,
they will tell all the hens to get away from the danger, and then if the danger gets bad, they themselves will try to fight it. Roosters also will sometimes go and find a nest for a hen or even try to make his original nest better. The final interesting thing about them is that most of the time when they find food, they will make a noise to tell the hens that there's food, and then they will not eat it until the hens come. These loving attributes God gave roosters for their hens is similar to how God protects and nourishes us and how husbands should protect their wives and care for them. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, roosters are awesome. I have to say.
So you saw up close and personal a way that
how
God,
dedicated
in fact, there's Jonathan.
It looks a little less intimidating when it's upside down. We'll say that.
That's Jonathan running away from the rooster right there. That's Jonathan's.
Oh yes.
Not actually Jonathan.
This is an accurate description of what happened.
Yeah.
An upside down rooster was scaring
me. All right. So here's the next one. Do you know what this little woolly thing is?
Is it one of those like poisonous caterpillars?
Yeah, those things.
Are they poisonous?
I don't.
They are. I think. Yeah, I heard that they're poisonous.
Are they poisonous? Venomous or poisonous?
I think.
I don't know.
Poisonous means that if you eat them.
Yeah, it's poison.
Okay,
but I have no idea.
Aren't they called woolly bears, something like that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Jonathan always knows all.
Well, it's because my dad always looks at these things and he says that he can predict the winter, judging by how woolly.
Exactly, man, you totally got it. Okay, one of my students turned this in.
By a caterpillar?
Yeah, no, he said
it always works.
The band. This is what he said. My student, the banded woolly bear caterpillar is easy to find in autumn, and we found this one at our front door. Some people say that banded woolly bears can forecast the winter weather by how much black is on them. The more black, the colder the weather. In the spring, they will become the Isabella moth. Maybe God put them here to tell weather because it has not been disproved yet. So
I just want to say we found a solid black one before the Snowmageddon storm.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
So there's some.
My dad
you could have warned all of us. You mean you have the power?
You
We
knew
did.
it. You knew
You
it,
knew.
Jonathan.
You could have seen it too.
So you look at this one, and I'd say, well, it's maybe 40% black. I mean, so what does that mean? It's not going to be
decent
that
winter, I guess.
that cold of a winter. Okay, I'm going to put something up on screen, and I want y'all to tell me the first thing that pops into your mind when you see this thing. So here, okay, just look at that. What do you see?
Iguana?
Okay, you see an iguana?
I saw like a 3-headed snake
It looks,
Yeah.
I can't quite tell.
the first time I saw it, or
Okay,
something.
this is going to blow you away. So you didn't see this on our Facebook page, okay? Somebody else. Okay, look at that, and this is what it is. Look at the next image. This is a moth.
Oh, whoa, that's really
That's
cool.
trippy.
Isn't that the craziest thing in the world?
Are those fake snakeheads? Is that what
Yeah, those are fake snakeheads. Now, this is called an Atticus atlas. It disguises as a snake, and it's the largest moth in the world.
Gosh.
It's from Malaysia in the rainforest. They're 30 times bigger than an average butterfly. So figure a butterfly that you typically see, which might be, I don't know, bigger like a silver dollar or something. 30. These things are like look like
Okay,
birds.
if you saw that,
You think it's
I would
insane.
run.
I know.
I would run.
But that's the whole point. That's their defense mechanism.
I wasn't going to try to hurt you, little guy.
I know, but
Do
yeah.
they bite? Do they look like?
I don't know. I don't think they need to.
Yeah.
Isn't that the crazy? I mean, it almost looks like it's fake, but
So cool.
look how big it is in that person's hand.
That is
That's big. That's
crazy.
bigger than an average bird.
Man.
So I found that to just be amazing.
By the way, this is probably not going to help Jonathan's love of armadillos, but according to her friend Buddy, armadillos carry leprosy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
and
do.
only the ones in Texas.
They carry leprosy. Can you catch it from them? I
Yeah,
mean,
you can.
Does it actually make their body disintegrate?
No, they
know.
just carry it. They're immune
Okay,
somehow.
all right. Now, somebody commented and said, "Never too old to wear a baseball cap." Do we know who that is?
It's a new friend.
Okay, yeah, we got a few more people watching
Yay.
the broadcast, so that's good. Wow, we've arrived. Thank you so much.
By the way, just real quick as a reminder, we are back on GRN's YouTube page after being in YouTube prison for a few weeks.
we didn't put us there.
We
either.
didn't put us there. Amazingly, my funeral hat, and all the other things did not put us
You were
there.
framed.
But we do also have a new page, YouTube channel for Back to the Father, and it's the one I'm commenting with on the page, so you can click on it and subscribe if you'd like to, just so you know, in case that happens again.
All right, and I actually, in some weird way, wish we would go into YouTube prison on this. I wish we could say something on this show so provocative, so
That we could go into YouTube.
Fight the power.
that we would actually they'd actually notice us.
We got noticed.
I don't know that they're really paying that much attention to us, to be honest with you. All right, so here we go. What are the eternal and the divine laws? Now, we talked about all the laws together on a show a long time ago, and I always, put you two on the spot because you're right in front of me. Do you remember? Because now, human law are the laws instituted by human beings. Okay, so
Yes.
speed limits and stuff like that are human law. As we talked about last week, natural law is instilled in us naturally. We just kind of know something is right or wrong, and don't have to be taught. So do you remember what eternal and divine laws are?
I remember, isn't divine law would be considered things like the Ten Commandments and stuff like that, or no?
Yeah, it's stuff that we can't figure out on
stuff.
our own.
Yeah.
Well, even though I feel like some of the Ten Commandments you could, like do not murder, but
I think 10 Commandments are more natural law.
It's,
I mean, okay, don't commit adultery on your wife. I mean, I
Yeah,
think
I feel like that's pretty-
The average person is like,
Okay.
yeah, do I?
Oh,
It's,
is it things like when Jesus said, "A new commandment I give unto you: you love one another as I have loved you"? Could that be considered a divine law?
No.
Darn.
So
I'm
so-
trying.
Well, because it came from
Yeah,
God,
because
God
it came from
himself, it would
God.
be divine law. But
So divine law are things that we can't know by ourselves. So like transubstantiation and the Trinity,
ding, ding, ding.
and then
There you
You know
go.
what?
Yeah.
eternal law.
I just wanted to make Jonathan look good.
Yeah, right.
today.
and it worked.
It did. It did.
Yeah, thank you, sister.
I am very
Yeah.
humble that
So
way.
what about eternal law? What's eternal law?
That I don't actually remember much. of. Do you?
Eternal law is just things like I don't know, water is wet, that kind of thing. Like it's just stuff that is.
Yeah,
Isn't
yeah.
it?
Gosh,
Yeah.
this guy, he even got the woolly caterpillar. My goodness, you
Woolly
are.
bear, come on.
Woolly bear caterpillar. Okay, so so the eternal law is anything that's true. Okay?
Yeah.
Anything that is, as Jonathan said, is part of the eternal law. So what's the point? Okay, so the next question I ask is, what is the purpose of law? Law in general, why do we have laws? Like, for example, here's a picture that we're putting up on the screen. We got police officers, we got speed limits, we've got judges. Why do we need laws? I mean, there's not like one answer, but what's the point? And it's
Men must be governed.
Yeah,
For
but why?
order.
Okay, so why speed limits?
So we don't go crazy and kill each other on the road.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, most people don't.
Just to keep us safe.
Most people don't argue against speed limits. I mean, I don't think. I think everybody agrees there should be some speed limit.
Yeah.
Why? Because it brings order, it brings harmony, it brings peace, ultimately it brings happiness, right? Why police officers? It's like the defund the police. It's like, well, we need somebody to impose laws. Why? Because it brings happiness, right? I mean, it makes us feel better to know that we can call somebody if somebody comes into our house, right? Why do we
If
need
no one's there
judges?
to enforce a law, what's to keep you from breaking it?
Yeah, exactly. And then I'll also say, okay, here's a picture of traffic, and again, if there were no laws, it'd be absolute utter chaos. I mean, it's like when it happens all the time when you're driving and you see somebody just go flying by, and it's almost always like a young man. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah.
You rarely see like the 72-year-old woman, just like crazy driving. And then you always look because there's probably somebody else because they're racing somebody. Like, but everybody naturally would just say that's crazy. I mean, they're breaking the law. That's somebody stop them, right? So law makes us happy. And the next thing is, Roe v. Wade. Okay, I've got the picture of Roe v. Wade up here. Why is it so controversial? Because, well, first of all, it violates natural law because we naturally know that babies should be protected in the womb, and it doesn't seem to serve the common good. It doesn't help. We just can naturally know that it's not good. Okay, so those are some examples, and so the eternal law would be kind of things like this, as Jonathan said. Water is wet. The planets travel around the sun. There's, human development. We start as babies and then we get older. 2 + 2 is 4. The laws of gravity. I mean, there's billions and billions and billions of them. But I think the point of this is that we look around and we see that there's a law imprinted in the world. I was talking to my class the other day and I said probably less than 1%. I think this is absolutely certain of the creatures in the world can break God's law. Like the bird doesn't ever break any laws, right?
Yeah.
They just kind of do their thing, okay? As the the woolly caterpillar doesn't break any laws. The deer, even armadillos.
I don't know. Messing up Mary's garden, I tell you.
So they do everything perfectly. I mean, really, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, they
true.
may do stupid stuff like birds flying into, glass or
The
something.
grasshopper that tried to jump on the car and fell off.
Or
Yeah.
armadillos,
Yeah.
all armadillos.
But think about that. If it's like if we were like those animals, you'd pretty much have a perfect world. Okay, so if 99.5% of the created world is operating perfectly, that's eternal law, and that should be very comforting to us. And it's also. It's like and they say when like Mozart goes into a symphony, he would notice the slightest off. Like if you're tuned in to what the world should be, you notice imperfections. That's why I think like this whole gender ideology and he's being she's and like weird stuff like that. We just kind of naturally know that it
Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. It strikes a bad chord. It doesn't. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Any 5-year-old could tell you that. That's why one of the other things to talk about something else that's somewhat, I don't know, somewhat maybe you can disagree or not, is I think one of the real unfortunate things about the obsession almost all of us, including myself, have with technology is that we're not noticing this stuff. We're so caught up in, Twitter and texting and phone calls and all this other stuff around us is so beautiful that most of us aren't even paying attention to it. Would you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
So I don't know. So the eternal law, I would say, gives us a foretaste of the perfection that awaits us, in that we know instinctively that there's something beyond this world. There's something that we're kind of moving towards, and God just kind of lays out perfection and beauty and just in so many different ways. So that's the eternal law. Here's a cool picture of one of my students turned in.
It's upside down again.
Is it upside down? Why are these pictures upside down? That's so weird. I don't know why that's happening.
It's opposite day.
That is so
It's
weird.
beautiful.
Yeah. It's
It almost looks like it's the sky reflected in a body of water.
Oh, it does.
When it's upside down.
Yeah, right. Yeah, body of water. So, and then this big green thing up ahead.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to look into that. Why?
I'm not sure
never
what
happened
happened.
before. Why things are
I'm
upside
not
down?
sure what happened.
Okay.
That's more fun.
Yeah, that's kind of strange. So, one of my students turned that in, and I thought that was just absolutely beautiful. And so I would ask, how often do you notice beauty? And that's why I make my students do it.
You make them notice the beauty.
One of my students, I said, "Are y'all noticing beauty more?" And they said, "Well, my parents are finding it for me." And I'm like, "What? That's not the point, Mom, Dad, can you go find some beautiful stuff for me from my Summa class?" But yeah, that is so cool. That is absolutely beautiful there. Okay, so here's what Thomas says about eternal law. He says, a law is nothing else but a dictate of practical reason emanating from the ruler who governs a perfect community. Now it is evident, granted that the world is ruled by divine providence, that the whole community of the universe is governed by divine reason. Wherefore, the very idea of the government of things in God, the ruler of the universe, has the nature of a law. And since the divine reason's conception of things is not subject to time, but is eternal, therefore it is this kind of law, it must be called eternal. Okay, so God, in God's mind, in God's reason, everything makes sense, everything that's true, everything that's perfect is part of the eternal law. And again, it's all around us. It's kind of like, managing a household, like our parents would do. Ideally, you want the rules in the house to be such that it's orderly, and people get along with each other, and it's so you kind of set the laws in order that peace and harmony can prevail.
My brother and I took that to the next level when we shared a room. We actually made a constitution to govern the room and divide it into sectors to who got
really?
what. Yeah.
And you couldn't go in certain areas, or what?
Depending on what the owner of it said. But eventually, my brother, who was older than me, he got corrupt and changed the constitution to abuse the power. So we shared a bunk bed, and it was in his district, so it was a whole mess.
Oh, man.
Anyway,
Did you do this recently or like as kids?
Oh, it was kids, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I rebelled, though, so it's fine.
Yeah. So you had your own little legal structure right there in your bedroom. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Yeah.
Dear.
It was fun.
Man, John, you live a very interesting life.
I do.
Yeah. Is your brother older or younger?
Older.
He's older. Okay.
Yeah, so he was smarter.
Bigger than you?
But, no, I'm taller than him.
Okay.
I held it over him.
All right.
Literally.
So, hey. All right. Is there any need for a divine law? So Jonathan's already said the divine law are the things that we can't naturally understand ourselves. We need God to reveal them to us. So why? Why do we? Why? You mentioned transubstantiation. Mm-hmm. Other examples. The teaching on the Trinity would be another example because we just cannot figure that one out on our own.
Confession probably. Well, I guess.
Interesting.
Well, the forgiveness of sins.
Yes.
Yeah, because you could know there's a God naturally, but I guess you wouldn't. Yeah, transgressions against him, you wouldn't. Really.
I mean, last weekend I went to confession at my church, and I walked away, and I believe through faith that something actually happened, that my sins were forgiven by God, but I don't know that I would just know that naturally. The only reason I believe that is because Holy Mother Church has told me. Right? And so that's definitely part of the divine law. It's something that's been revealed. The existence of angels, that's divine law. There's no way you would know it otherwise.
Prayer too, probably.
That we can pray.
That we can reach God with our prayers.
Yeah, because.
Yeah, I was thinking about prayer. I was like, can one naturally know to speak? Because I don't know, that's an interesting one.
All right. Any comments out there in social media land?
We have one in another language I don't know. I think it's Greek.
Greek. Whoa, that's cool.
I have no idea.
Pop it in Google Translate.
Is that Greek?
Are you serious? There's a Greek comment?
Yeah.
Wait, but if he's
Greek.
Understanding what we're saying in English, then why is he commenting in Greek?
I don't.
So I was
it's
gonna
on
say,
YouTube on our GRN page.
Oh wow, yeah. Well, now Kevin Peter has also. How do you know it's Greek?
I don't know. That was just a.
It looks Greek.
You
It
think
looks
so?
Greek.
Yeah, it does.
Here, watch. I will
Looks
Google
Greek
it.
to me. Hey, Kevin, I know you're listening.
I know you're
Tell
out
us. Yo, you doing Google Translate?
I'm trying. I think
And you're
it
just
translates
gonna-
to John.
Oh,
Hey,
really?
quality name.
You know why he did that? Because I was talking about Juan and John. And so so I said Juan and John is the same word, but in different languages. So he's doing it in Greek, which is
Sweet.
cool because that's what in the New Testament it would have said about John the Apostle. Because the New Testament was written in Greek, right?
What would John sound like in Greek? I wonder.
Yeah.
Hit a button.
I don't
Like
know.
Jean or something?
Maybe Kevin will call in and tell us. How do you pronounce that in Greek? That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it, to find out
Yeah.
about that?
It's sad I did 2 years of Greek in high school.
You did?
And yes.
And you don't even recognize that word?
Oh, I mean, I recognize that it was Greek. Hey, I knew it was better than that, better than you all. Hang on just a second.
You feel like you're being.
Wait just a second. Y'all didn't even think it was Greek.
You see Sissel. Okay, I got a bander up there by questioning. I mean, seriously, no offense to anybody, okay?
Yeah.
Remember, I mean, if you take 2 years of a language.
It's ridiculous how easy you lose that.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
but
I
can
mean, with
you
no
identify
practice.
any of those letters? 'Cause
Possibly.
You got like Alpha and Omega and.
Yeah, well, neither.
Most people only know Greek letters from like fraternities.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well, my dad's a Greek. Well, he used to be a Greek teacher, and he's tried to teach me before, but it didn't really go anywhere.
Okay. Well, maybe you can copy that and send it to him and say, Dad, well, we already know it means John, but maybe quiz him to see if he knows it.
Yeah.
Okay, so going back to this, here's some pictures of divine law. Sacred scripture and most of the things that we learn in sacred scripture would be divine law. Teachings of the church, bodily assumption, the assumption of Mary, the resurrection of the dead. I mean, you name it. There's tons of stuff. Okay, so the question is, why do we need it? What's the point? Why does God have to reveal something to us beyond what we naturally know? And I'd be very curious to see if anybody out there listening. Mario's piling on, Sissel. Did you see that?
Yes.
Oh man, this is great. This is awesome.
I never
love
said
this.
to be great at Greek here. I never was trying to claim that, but I love it. As I was in the middle of saying I don't remember much, everyone started roasting me anyway. So I'm like, what's the point anymore? By the way, Buddy also has a question asking if the existence of our soul is an example of divine law.
Yeah. Well, that's a great question because I think we naturally know there's something more than a body. I mean, don't you think?
Well, yeah, because even in pagan religions, they would know there was a soul or a spirit, but they'd never heard of God before.
And then when, like, if God forbid Jonathan were to die.
Why am I always the example for this kind of thing? It's like if John was hit by a bus, or
because Sissel's taken it for not knowing Greek after studying it for 2 years. She doesn't know one word in Greek.
I switched to Spanish.
So if you God, and I started by saying God forbid.
That's true. Okay, there you go.
I don't want to have one of our interns die on us on the shift.
That wouldn't look good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of paperwork.
And so if you're dead, clearly something left. Okay, so you're there as a corpse. And
on the floor.
On the floor, and then the cleaning crew has to come, and
it'd be a whole mess, man. I'm sorry.
And so, I mean, but seriously, anybody looking at you saying something changed, and what was that? There was something in that isn't now, and so I don't know. I would have to say that I don't think it's divine law. I think it's more
natural.
Yeah, we just kind of naturally know that there's something in us other than the body because it just makes sense. Would you all agree?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Sissel's still smarting about that Greek thing.
He's probably trying to think
I'm trying
of a Greek word.
I'm trying to remember. I remember Greek words. I remember Lego.
Hallelujah.
Okay, besides hallelujah. Agape means brother or love. Brotherly love is what it is. Agape. And then Lego means...
Lego?
Yeah, I know. So my mom...
Lego my ego? Or...
That's what my mom always used to help me remember. It's I say or speak is what that Lego means. She'd always be like, Lego my ego, I say or speak when we're doing flashcards.
To help you remember. And also, Kyrie.
Yes.
Kyrie
I like how you go straight to the rock song and not the
Kyrie
Kyrie.
eleison. These are all Greek words,
Yes.
right?
Okay. It's all Greek to me.
All right.
Upsilon, I think, is one of the letters in that.
Hummus? Is that a Greek word?
I could not tell you.
I think it is. Kind of like, tostada would be a Spanish word, right? Okay, let's move on. And so what is the point of divine law? Here's what Thomas says. Okay, this is really interesting, this first paragraph, okay? Because it is by law that man is directed how to perform his proper act in view of his last end. And indeed, if man were ordained to no other end than that which is proportionate to his natural faculty, there would be no need for man to have any further direction on the part of his reason besides the natural law and the human law, which is derived from it. But since man is ordained to an end of eternal happiness, which is in-proportionate to man's natural faculty, therefore it was necessary that, besides the natural and the human law, man should be directed to his end by a law given by God. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so we're destined for a supernatural end. Frogs and caterpillars and even armadillos are not destined for a supernatural end.
There are no armadillos in heaven. I just got to say it.
Oh my gosh, you had
wouldn't
to
want
go
to be there
there.
if there were, would you?
What?
I don't know. That's a debate among theologians whether or not animals could be in heaven. They wouldn't be there on their own merit.
No.
That's
But
true.
I know that my daughter would benefit greatly from her little West Highland Terrier being in heaven with her. So could God allow our dog to be in heaven with my daughter because it would help her happiness? Well, maybe. But they wouldn't be there experiencing the beatific vision,
Yeah.
right? Because they don't have minds that can go there, right? But God could lift anything above its nature. I mean, if
That's
God
true.
wanted to, He could lift a grasshopper to something supernatural if He wanted to. Okay. Secondly, because on account of the uncertainty of human judgment, especially on contingent and particular matters, different people form different judgments on human acts, whence also different and contrary laws result. In order, therefore, that man may know without any doubt what he ought to do and what he ought to avoid, it was necessary for man to be directed to his proper acts by a law given by God, for it is certain that such a law cannot err. The existence of heaven and hell, that would be divine law. We wouldn't just naturally know that there's a hell that.
Wait, but there were some.
I'm sorry, the divine law. Did I say natural law?
Well, no, because I thought that because there are some, like I said before, like pagan religions that did have a concept of heaven and hell without any outside influence.
But I don't think divine law is exclusive to Christianity. God can reveal things. I mean, God reveals things in the most perfect way for the Catholic Church, but God is not bound.
That's true, yeah.
So God. There's truth in every religion, right?
Yeah.
And so the Muslims believe in heaven and hell.
Yeah.
But I don't know that's a good question as well. I mean, do we have a lock on all of the divine law, and it's only within the Catholic Church? I think we have the fullness of it, but I don't think we have all of it. Okay, so that's at least what I would say.
Yeah.
Okay, so looks like Kevin is commenting more.
More Greek for me to totally interpret on my own.
What's he saying?
Serbian singer.
I think I remember
Ooh,
that. I
Serbia.
want to say that first letter is delta, but I could be wrong on the first one.
Oh, okay.
That's FYI, just so I
Wow.
can save myself.
Is Kevin like in Greece or what's going on? Kevin,
I
you're
have no
intriguing
idea.
us, man.
No, I don't.
Doesn't really have a Greek name, and that last name doesn't look very Greek.
Wow.
No Greek
Burn.
name. Greek names have a like Stephanopoulos.
Oh,
or,
that first word is just Greek.
It's Greek. It's Greek to you, right?
It is Greek to me. Let me see.
It's Greek to you.
All right.
I have a translation.
Let's see on the other. Okay, that was a great question about the existence of the soul, divine law.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now that we have gone over the 4 kinds of law, and I think I told y'all one time that on my Facebook, my YouTube channel, where I do these videos about St. Thomas Aquinas, I've done like 150 videos, and the average video probably has about 50 views. Okay, the average. The one that I did on the 4 kinds of law, I haven't checked in the last couple of days, probably 10,000 views.
Oh my gosh.
It's like the only one of my videos that went like viral, I guess, by my standards, right? 10,000 views. So something about this video about the laws has caught people's attention, and they like it.
Yeah.
They find it
relevant.
find it pretty interesting. But yeah, it is very relevant because it touches on everybody's life.
Supposedly, we failed. That's not Greek.
Oh no!
And that's why I had such a hard time even trying.
You're totally
Was it
exonerated.
Totally kind of. Except for I was the first one who also said I thought it was Greek, but that's beside the point. He said that's his second comment. Says it's not Greek, it's Ukrainian and Russian.
Yes. So I could read it then.
So
Was it the Jean? Was that what he said?
yeah, sure.
The Jean. Yeah.
Now he said it's Ukrainian.
Well, Ukrainian and Russian. Now I'm going to step on some toes in saying this, but they're basically the same language.
Kevin needs to call in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin, can you call in if you're?
We can't use Google Translate.
We know you're
I can be Google Translate for you.
We know Kevin's out there.
Oh dear, Dave.
Okay. Well, the phone number's on the screen there.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. I'd be so curious for him to call in and speak some Ukrainian.
Yeah.
You're Ukrainian.
Well, it's basically just Russian, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They're very similar.
All right. So,
by the way, Mario helped me translate that.
So what examples of natural law that we protect the innocent, that we don't kill babies in the womb, that marriage is between a man and a woman, other examples of natural law, you find a child that's abandoned, you help it, you don't. I mean, I think even treatment of animals. I mean, if you see a cat, people, you hear these weird cases of people that like abuse cats, and a lot of people hate cats. I don't hate them. I think they're kind of weird.
Cats are awesome. Okay.
Yeah, you like cats.
No comment.
Okay.
What?
Sister, you're a cat
I know who my friends are now.
So, okay, Jack, why was it okay for him to be an armadillo hater and I can't be a cat hater?
Armadillos are objectively horrible.
No, because cats are domesticated animals.
That's true. But they do, for the most part, they are very independent creatures,
Yeah.
Well,
right?
they
They're not
say
like
that
a cute dog.
Mary placed her hand on the head of the cat, and that's why the tabby has the M on its forehead. Just saying.
Now, I would say that there are certain animals that God provided strictly to help us, like companionship.
Yeah.
The dogs clearly are for our companionship. I mean, they are like the friendliest little creatures in the world. They're always nice. They never hold grudges. They're always wagging their tails. And
cats.
And cats, I would say cats, but in a different
They're
way.
more like us. That's the thing.
Yeah, they're more. Yeah, they reflect more of our like bad side, right? They're like moody and
but
they want to be alone and
Jonathan has stories of being attacked by roosters and trying to catch the armadillo. I have stories of cats and I not getting on.
Well,
like,
I have the
serious,
same too. But
I have a saga of me and this one cat named Smokey, and it was a whole thing, and it started badly when I accidentally stepped on him. And then from then on,
the thing is that if a cat stepped on you, you wouldn't like it either. You would hold that grudge.
I was carrying a child. He was laying on the bathroom rug, and I was carrying a child to go get her teeth brushed, and I didn't see the cat underneath, like where I was carrying the girl. And oh man, from that moment on, we were not friends.
Yeah,
it was not good.
Got out to a bad start.
It was.
So it always is curious to me that when we die and we get to talk to God, especially when we talk about animals. Like, are there animals that we're eating that God was like, oh, I didn't really intend that, but okay, like in some cultures they eat dogs
and cats, and that's weird.
I don't think that God intended us to eat dogs, but I mean chickens. I think we're meant to be eaten because
I don't know if I talked about this before. I was planning on an away day for this, but for chickens. Speaking of, they're meant to be eaten. So when I was skinning a chicken that I had killed, thing is, like they have almost like pull tabs on certain parts that just takes the skin off of an entire. Like if you can tear the top of a wing off, it just pulls it off, and the rest of the skin just falls off the wing.
Like it's created for like.
It's like something that's meant to be open, like a package. It's crazy.
Right. Yeah, that's like. On the other hand, like and some people may be offended by this, but I went. Have you ever been dove hunting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
so
hunting.
I went dove hunting once or twice. I have nothing against it. I'm not against hunting. I think
I can't believe you ever make an appearance at a dove hunt.
Eating certain animals, no problem at all. But I will say that the times I went dove hunting, the piece of meat on them is so small. Like with chicken, pretty much the whole thing is food, right?
Yeah.
But the dove, you just have this little tiny piece of meat. Like a crawfish. Although a crawfish, you eat the tail, you can suck the heads, but it's still most of it is not being eaten.
That's
right?
true.
You're pretty much just eating the tail. So I don't know. I think there may be some things.
Yeah, it's definitely better to somewhere you can actually get. It's worth it, and it's not just sort of cruel to the animals to kill it for this tiny little minuscule.
Right. Like chicken. I mean, I bet you 80% of the chicken's body is food.
It is.
It's
you can boil the bones. You can. The head,
there's
everything
a lot you
down.
can do with
I
it.
mean, you can boil the whole thing down. Feathers for like a. What's it called?
Chickens.
Yeah, for like a pillow or whatever. I mean, the entire thing is usable.
Yeah. And then I also wonder if God was like, oh, I didn't intend that to be a pet. I mean, even snakes, which I like. They're my favorite animal. And I was like,
snakes are your favorite animal?
Yeah. Snakes are my favorite animals.
Otters are my favorite animals.
But otters are not meant to be pets.
They are in Japan.
Oh, really? They keep otters for pets?
Yes, I follow some on YouTube.
Are they
and on Instagram.
are they like in big tubs of water or something?
Well, they have they use the tub of water to like play around in and stuff like that. But they go on walks to the river and stuff like that. They have like a little harness and everything. Okay. They're adorable.
All right.
By the way, catch up on a few comments on YouTube. Our friend who is not Greek but Russian, Kevin is saying that he'll call us next week on our next episode. He's Ukrainian Orthodox.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice. Right? My friend is Ukrainian Orthodox.
Do we know if he's watching overseas?
Oh, Kevin. Yes, wait. I know him.
You know him?
Yeah, Devere, Kevin.
Yeah.
It took you this long. He's watching.
He's been here this whole time, and you just now realize this is your friend?
Well, because he goes by a different name when I talk with him.
So does he live here in America?
Yeah, he does.
Okay. In Texas?
Not in Texas, in Philly.
Philly. Okay.
Hello.
All right.
Hey, Kevin. How's it going?
We'll take it.
And Mario says cats are awesome. They're just misunderstood. That is debatable.
Boy, you really got it out. And Buddy said same with quail. I think
he's talking about like how much meat is on it and stuff like that. It's very, very little. Yeah, definitely. Okay, I have actually cat watched or cat sat for people and stuff like that. There are some cute cats. I will say that I've just had the run-ins with like the worst cats.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I would say I don't like cats in general, but I like particular cats.
Yeah.
You know, like
certain ones that are raised like dogs.
Yeah, but I know I used to keep when my friend of mine and his wife would go out of town. They had Siamese cats.
Yeah.
Those things are mean. And they would say, "Oh, just be careful. They don't like people that come into the house, and so they might attack you." Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I'm going to go into the house and feed them, and
exactly.
And it happened too. I mean, they
That's what I mean. The girls I was babysitting one time, Smokey the cat got into one of their bedrooms right before I was putting them down for bed, and I was like, I don't think they're supposed to be in there. And I said, hey girls, can one of you move Smokey out, because I was not touching that cat because we already were enemies. And they go, oh, we're scared of touching him. And I'm like,
why do you have the point? Well, I have an old cat who's like 1,000 years old, and she's like falling apart. She's shedding. She throws up all over the place, and she's gonna die in like a week or something. I don't know, but I don't want her anymore. But she attacks me and everyone else.
Can we give her away on the show?
Yeah.
Like,
who wants a free cat?
The third caller gets. Sounds like a charming pet.
Oh yeah.
She's just like a blob.
All right, we're gonna have to transition into the next part of the show. I came as I always do every week, ready to go with this. So do you want to introduce this?
Yes.
Diane's hopefully.
Hey, wait,
Diane's
Kevin,
ready.
if you're out there, I need you to help me with a trivia question.
Oh my
DM
gosh.
it to me.
All right. So.
Oh, sorry. Oh, there it is.
There we go.
It's that time of the show where we give Dave Summa to think about, and he thinks and gives things to us too.
He
thinks.
All right.
I decided to go off script, and it was a bad idea.
See, that's what you said. If you recorded it, it might be more accurate, but not as much fun.
It would not be as much fun. I really need to come up with something different each week just to make it fun.
Yeah. Okay. All right. But you did well. I thought that was great.
Thank you.
So you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
So we did this a couple weeks ago, something similar, but I'm going to do it a little bit differently, where Dave was asking, he would start reading Bible verses and we had to guess the references of it. For this one, these are very, very famous passages in the Bible, and I want to see if y'all can get the references, the book, and I would be really impressed if you could get the Bible verse as well.
You mean like chapter and verse?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
just a try,
no,
or at least the book.
Yeah, Jonathan knows caterpillars. And
I know.
Stuff,
I'm hoping.
Jonathan does not know scripture.
There's a couple of, I feel like, at least in my mind, some of these are gimmies. So I'm hoping.
All right.
So these are like 6 very, very, very popular, very well-known parts of the Bible. All right. First off, the Our Father.
That's Matthew. And Jonathan's going.
You have the floor, Dave.
Okay, it's gonna be is it in the Sermon on the Mount? It's supposed to be Matthew.
It is after the Sermon on the Mount.
Okay, chapter 8. Matthew 8.
A little bit.
7.
Nope.
6.
6, 9 through 13.
That's the Sermon on the Mount.
No, it's not.
Yes, it's Sermon on the
Sermon
Mount.
on Chapter 5.
No, 5 through 7.
6. Okay, 5 through 7. All right, fine. It is in the Sermon on the Mount.
Can I have
My
that
bad.
One? Can I have that one back, please?
I forgot that it went all the way to. I thought it was only 5 and 4. Never mind. Whatever.
So Sermon on the Mount, three chapters, I think.
Well, we're not doing that one anymore. The Beatitudes that's gone.
Yeah, right.
That's what it is. I was going to ask you all about the Beatitudes, and I had Matthew 5 down for that.
Oh,
that's
okay. All right.
Whatever. All right, moving on to the next one. The new commandment that Jesus gives.
Oh,
a new commandment I give unto you, that you love one another as I have loved you, and you're.
Okay, I think that now the golden rule is definitely in the Sermon on the Mount. The new commandment, I'm going to say. Well, I mean, it could be in more than one book. It's not just in one. It couldn't be.
All right. Do you want me to read the exact one that I am?
Yeah, the exact
Hang
one.
on, just a second.
Jonathan's getting.
Let me make sure, because I want to make sure I don't have this wrong.
Because
trying to get my
the
question
Synoptic
together.
Gospels repeat a lot of stuff.
That's
right?
true. They do.
Okay.
But why did? Oh my gosh! Hang on a second.
How many do you have?
I have 5.
Okay, good.
1 second. Let me make sure I have this. Okay. A new commandment I give to you: love one another as I have loved you. So you must love one another.
I think I find it hard to believe that this is only in one of the Gospels.
I don't remember.
I'll say I'm gonna go John 10.
John 10. That's not bad. It is John 14:34.
Okay.
So you got
all
half
right.
of it right. You can give him a little clap too.
Confused. I got to get yeah.
There you
all
go.
right.
All right. 10 Commandments.
10 Commandments appear twice.
What?
Okay, the first time they appear.
Old Testament.
Exodus.
Yes.
Exodus 20.
Yes.
What?
Oh, Diane, come on down. And it's
All right.
also in Leviticus.
It is.
What?
No, Deuteronomy. It's not Leviticus. Deuteronomy.
Is it Deuteronomy? Well, I wasn't asking that. That wasn't part of my question. I was only asking about the first time it appeared.
Okay.
All right. How about this particular passage? The Lord is my shepherd; I shall not want.
I know this one.
I don't know this one.
Yeah.
That was one I was hoping to.
Psalm 23.
Yes, it is. Very nice.
Is that it?
No, it's one more.
One more.
One more.
You still have the
One
floor,
more.
Dave.
For some reason, whatever reason, I mostly New Testament ones were coming to my head, but the Great Commission.
The Great Commission. Oh, go out and that's at that's at the end of Matthew's Gospel.
Mm-hmm.
So Matthew 28.
Yes.
Wow.
Matthew
That's
28,
impressive.
19, verse 19, if you wanted to be particular.
All right, I do. Look at
By the way,
that.
Buddy's
Oh,
doing very well at home, too. He's been
Oh,
playing.
did
He's
he?
been-
Okay. All right. Yeah, see, we ought to have somebody call in one of these times.
That'd be
and
fun.
Yeah.
They
you
should
know,
ask us a question.
Now that we're kind of building up the audience a little bit, and we got more than just like my mom, and well, you've got some friends that are watching, so
Yeah.
that's good. Okay, I think you guys are gonna enjoy this one. Do you have trivia, by the way?
I guess so.
You guess so. Okay.
Okay.
I'll go first. You go last.
Okay,
'Cause
yeah.
you never come fully prepared. Okay. You
Well,
just you
I'm
kinda
a busy
Comes
pick
man.
it up as
Okay,
you go
Dave.
along. Okay. This is called. Is this a famous Catholic convert or not?
Ooh, I
that'll
like
be
this.
fun.
Okay, so I'm
I
gonna
like
I'm gonna
this.
give you a name of a famous person.
All right.
And you tell me, are they a Catholic convert or,
Wait, is
or
it?
not?
Is it they're converts or cradle Catholics, or just they could be anything?
No, if they were a cradle Catholic, they're not a convert.
I know, but
Okay.
could they be other
So
religions?
what that means is that some of these people, they're all Catholic, but some are cradle
No,
Catholics and some are converts.
this has to be somebody who converted to the Catholic faith.
But the
Okay,
people you're
so-
listing are well-known Catholics.
Yes.
Like
Got it.
No, they may not even be Catholic.
Oh, okay. That's
okay.
tougher then. Okay.
Okay, we got it,
So
we
we
got
got 3 categories here.
Okay.
Okay, they're either going to be never been a Catholic.
Okay.
Okay, they're either going to be a cradle Catholic, and that's not a convert. Okay, so that means no, they're not a Catholic convert. And the other one is a famous person who converted to Catholicism.
Okay.
And that's what I'm asking for. Is this a famous person who?
So we'll just say yes or no.
Yeah, right.
Okay, yeah, that
okay,
makes
and
sense.
I'll keep score.
Okay.
Okay,
All
you guys ready?
Yes.
Um,
Are we in competition with each other?
Or are we taking
of
turns,
course.
or is it?
Yeah.
Of course.
What would y'all rather do? Compete or?
I guess
Let's
we can
compete. I
Well,
mean,
no,
might
I'll
as
go back
well.
and forth, but still keep
Oh,
score.
okay. Sounds
good.
Okay, so
Sounds good.
all right, Sissel's first.
Oh, of
And I hope you know all these people. I'll start easy, okay? G.K. Chesterton. Catholic convert or not?
That isn't. Oh.
Oh no! I don't know.
I thought
if he
this
was...
one. I thought this one would be so easy.
I mean, I don't want to say. I don't want to help
I'm
you, but I think I know the
Look
answer.
at me in your eyes. Like,
No, look at you.
Wait,
so
okay.
neither of you know this.
Wait, okay.
I think
it's
I'm
not nothing
pretty
coming
sure.
to my top of my head. I'm gonna say
I
he was
bet-
a convert.
I bet you're
I'm
going to
saying
say
he
is.
was.
Yes, you're
Yes!
right.
Oh, okay. I thought he
Okay.
was.
I had a feeling, converts tend to be really zealous, so I felt like he
That's
did a lot
true,
of
yeah.
writing, so maybe that
Yeah.
was.
G.K. Chesterton definitely was a convert to the Catholic faith. Okay, so next one is, let me do one that Jonathan definitely will know. John Wayne.
John Wayne. Oh, he's a convert. Yes.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He was a
My
Knew
my
that
great grandmother actually she ran a little cafe in Arizona. He came there regularly.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so
Oh,
she
my
knew him.
goodness. Oh, wow. Okay, back to Sissel. Frank Sinatra.
Oh.
No.
You say he's not a convert?
No.
Okay, but he was a Catholic his whole
Yes,
life.
he
Okay.
was, yeah.
All right, so good.
Woo.
Good. Not,
Like-
not yet. Is it making you nervous?
Wait, so but I'm still winning technically.
No, it's 2-1.
Oh, no, that's true, yeah,
You're
yeah.
actually losing.
No, come on, but no.
Okay. All right, so Catholic convert or not? Let's see. Britney Spears.
Oh no.
No, she is.
Oh, she is.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
When
you
did
know
she
that?
convert?
Just recently.
Oh,
well, that's
interesting.
good.
Yeah, just in
Go
the
her.
Just in the last, certainly the last 6 months or so.
That's awesome.
So, Diane gives the chair even when he gets it wrong.
I was gonna
You
say I
notice
didn't think that she. I don't know. That was
She
a
she
different-
supports me. That's what it is.
Okay, all right, that's good. Okay, so back to Sissel.
Okay.
We're gonna
I'm
go.
glad I didn't get yours.
I'm gonna go with film star Gary Cooper.
Who's that?
Ooh.
Yeah, see some of these.
Yes, he was a convert.
You're exactly right.
He was.
Yes,
It's in a book.
was.
I think that my mom
Yeah.
had of all Hollywood people.
Very good. Okay. Boxer Mike Tyson.
Who's that? I don't
You don't know who
You've
Mike
never heard of
Tyson
Mike
is?
Tyson?
know.
I don't even follow
Oh
anything.
my goodness, Diane!
sports.
Can you believe he doesn't know who Mike Tyson is? Did Mike Tyson convert to Catholicism?
I'm sorry. I only know Catholic celebrities. To me.
So, is that your way of saying he's not a Catholic?
I guess that is.
Okay, you're absolutely right.
Oh.
He's like certainly one of the most famous boxers of the last 20, 30 years.
I don't follow boxing at all.
Okay,
so.
he converted to Islam in prison.
Did he actually?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
weird.
He converted to Islam. I don't know if he's still practicing Muslim or not. Okay, all right. Back to Sissel, who has a 3-1 lead, by the way.
Okay, yeah. Thanks for reminding us, Dave.
Okay, famous Italian singer Andrea Bocelli.
Oh.
She's Italian.
I'm
so
gonna
you'd
say
thought.
he's not a convert.
You're saying you're wrong.
Oh,
Because
had to happen.
You probably think because he's Italian.
That was my
Yeah,
only
right.
reason.
No, he's a convert.
Cool.
Okay. Back to Jonathan. Marilyn Monroe.
who's that? I don't know. These people.
Okay, whoa.
You don't know who
Is
Marilyn
it-
Monroe is?
Is that a girl? I'm assuming. Marilyn. So
I am like, what?
Did you hear about this time? Do you know who Billie Eilish
Shows the
is?
signs
Yeah,
of
yeah,
the
yeah.
time.
Yeah, no kidding.
Billie Eilish was on one of those late night shows, and he was asking her about all like Van Halen and some of these, and she didn't even know who these were. So,
yeah.
anyways, we don't mean to shame you.
you got to
But-
pick celebrities from
but
my age.
No, Marilyn Monroe is probably the most famous model of all time.
Okay.
Like, wouldn't you say? I mean, she was a movie
Yeah,
actress.
she's a movie actress.
She was married to.
have you ever seen the picture of the woman with like the white dress and she's like holding the white dress? It's
Oh,
yeah, that's her.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
Marilyn
okay.
Monroe.
Yeah, she was married to who's the baseball player?
Joe DiMaggio.
Joe DiMaggio and Arthur Miller.
Yeah.
She was rumored to have dated John F. Kennedy.
No.
She died of suicide. Although
was-
people think that
There's
might
all
have
sorts
been.
of conspiracies.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Oh
anyway.
wait, so by the way, Buddy has the answer, by the way, on
Okay,
Facebook.
well, this is
I'm gonna phone a friend.
About
He has the right
Marilyn
answer, and he has
Monroe?
exactly why.
How do you know
All right.
what the right answer is?
I don't know.
That's
It seems
fine,
like a
come
pretty
on.
reasonable idea.
Okay. What did you want?
He's saying okay.
Just for the
he's-
record, I'm saying I'm just
Is
gonna.
his answer right, Dave?
I don't know. What did he
Oh,
say?
okay.
For the
He
record,
said
I
ma-
think she's not a convert. Like she.
He says that she is a convert. She had to convert to marry Joe DiMaggio. She converted to marry Joe DiMaggio.
Okay, that's now.
Wait, we haven't said that.
What I read, and again, I just did a very cursory little search, is that she actually converted to Judaism.
Oh, interesting.
Because, Joe DiMaggio would have been Catholic,
Yeah.
but her other husband, Arthur Miller, was Jewish.
Did she convert to
And-
Catholicism then to
So,
Judaism?
see, I don't know, but I'm not going
Going
to say
backwards.
Buddy's wrong, but I had it as she became
so
Jewish.
technically, I
okay?
got it right then.
Yeah.
According to you.
Now I don't know which of these people you're going to know, because if you didn't know Marilyn Monroe.
And Mike Tyson.
Yeah, Mike Tyson.
I mean, I know some old people, but I mean,
That's
all right.
Okay.
well, I know Frank Sinatra.
The next one, Sissel. Let's see. Oscar Wilde.
Oh.
I heard of him.
You heard of him? Yeah.
Yeah.
Famous.
I'm gonna say no.
Actually, he converted on his
Did he?
deathbed. Yeah.
Okay, that's why I didn't. I was like,
That's cheating.
So he's still giving you the applause.
How's she supposed to have it's like a deathbed
yeah, I didn't know about death.
Yeah,
That's because Diane likes me best.
John Wayne converted on his deathbed.
I guess
Oh,
that
he
was
did?
just in my head,
Yeah,
which is more.
yeah. Well,
I
that's cool.
just knew about that one better.
Okay, so I got it. Now, if you don't know who this is, Jonathan,
Oh,
you
dear.
may not have any hope at all. Babe Ruth.
Okay, I know that.
You know who Babe Ruth is?
What kind of?
Did he convert to Catholicism?
Oh, it's like I thought it was a girl. Okay.
Are you serious?
Well, yeah.
You don't know
Babe
Babe Ruth?
Ruth is
Well,
a baseball player.
I've heard, oh, that guy.
And not just a candy bar, but
Yeah.
the most famous baseball player
And then
of all time.
that was the one they tried to make that candy bar, but it was like where they got it without his permission. And then, okay, anyway.
That's why they're Baby Ruth.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was thinking Babe Ruth. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna say it just feels like he would be. I don't know.
No, lifelong Catholic.
Oh, okay.
Babe Ruth. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Okay, we're almost done here. Buffalo Bill Cody.
I got that wrong. Why did I get clapping?
Ooh, Buffalo Bill.
Do you know who Buffalo Bill is?
Yeah, I know who
Okay.
Buffalo Bill is.
Who's
Yeah.
that?
Actually, I
This one is pretty old, I will say.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
This is
we're talking
like
about the guy
Buffalo
from
Bill.
back who traveled with Annie Oakley and did the
yeah,
tours.
yeah,
Okay.
right.
Oh gosh. Was
So
he-
you are. I mean, you may not know your Greek, but I tell you,
I know my old pop culture.
Yeah, Jonathan knows insects.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he can identify any, woolly caterpillar.
Gosh, would he have been
We all have our
Catholic?
strengths and
Yeah.
weaknesses.
Would he have been Catholic? Yeah.
By
I'm
the
gonna
way,
say
score is 3-1 still. By
no, he was not a convert.
the way, he was a convert.
Well, interesting.
Yeah,
Very
he-
cool.
He converted to Catholicism. All right, so now we'll do real quickly. We're gonna just do
I think we should be applauding everyone who was a convert.
the lightning round now.
Oh, dear.
Okay, so real quickly, and if you don't know who these people are, you just gotta pass.
Dr. David Anders.
Lee Harvey Oswald.
Who's that?
Oh, dude.
Seriously?
Yes, he
Yeah.
is a convert.
He was not.
Nah.
You don't know who Lee Harvey? Okay, I'm gonna quit shaming you. Okay, Lee Harvey Oswald was the one who allegedly killed John F. Kennedy.
Yes.
From the book Depository, allegedly. Okay, he was not a convert. He was baptized a Lutheran. Oh.
By the way, I would just like to say that I thought it was a girl. That comment is what got David L. Gray into the conversation. He just commented, I thought it was a girl laughing. At least laughing.
Well, I'm
that
sorry
he
for
thought that
being
Babe
young.
Ruth was a girl.
Oh, so David L. Gray is listening.
Yes.
I bet you David L. Gray knows all of these.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, next one is George Washington.
No.
Convert not. Oh, look at that, Jonathan.
I know that one.
That was actually
I
my
knew-
question, but I'll let you take it.
No, we're in the lightning round now.
Yeah.
So anybody gets to answer.
Oh.
Okay,
awake now.
Tom Cruise.
No.
Okay, Cecil gets that one. No, he's a Scientologist.
Yeah, he's Scientologist.
Oh, I thought I was thinking Ted Cruz for a
okay.
minute.
Wrong one.
Okay, Gary Sinise. He's an actor. You guys don't know who he is.
Nope.
Okay,
this-
forget
Oh,
it.
sorry.
He actually, he's a convert to Catholicism.
Oh, nice.
Dean Koontz, author.
Yes.
He is, yes.
Dean Martin.
Dorothy Day,
Yes.
yes. Thomas Merton.
No.
You don't even know who he is.
Did I get it right?
No, you got it wrong.
Okay, come on.
Yeah, okay, so the just in case you're keeping score at home, the converts to the Catholic faith are Oscar Wilde, Britney Spears, John Wayne, Gary Sinise, Gary Cooper, Andrea Bocelli, Dean Koontz, Dorothy Day, G.K. Chesterton, Thomas Merton, and Buffalo Bill Cody. All right, the other ones are not. All right, so all right, Jonathan, your turn. You got your
Oh,
turn.
yeah. Okay, hold on.
Hold on. That means
All
he
right.
has to go think of it.
What was it again? Okay, yeah. So it's pretty bad. So just get ready to be disappointed.
Okay.
Okay.
We always are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's,
Yeah.
But we used to put something on the screen like "Get ready to be disappointed" when John brings his thing on. Okay, so there's a saint.
Okay.
There's a saint guy. All
Are you
right.
asking a question or telling the story?
Okay, so what saint converted when he saw a crucifix appear between the antlers of a deer that he was hunting on the Sabbath?
Oh, that's is he the patron saint of hunting?
Yeah, he's my confirmation saint.
I don't
really?
remember his name, but I know remember he exists.
Jägermeister uses his symbol.
Oh, really? John, this is a good question.
It is a good question. My
we're
friend,
not disappointed at all.
my co-host Zach Barton actually dressed up as him.
There's a town named after him.
Can I Google?
Let's see. Okay, does anybody here on social media land?
Does anyone remember what the patron saint of hunting is?
Okay.
He's also the patron saint of dogs and rabies.
Now what? Are you adding something now?
No, he's the patron of dogs and rabies too. If that helps you.
Rabies.
Anyone know
rabies
who the
has
patron
a
saint?
Yeah.
A disease?
Yeah.
Hey, there's not like
recovery from rabies.
Oh, okay. I thought just the
no,
disease.
you pray to him when you get rabies. That's what he does. He just throws rabies at you.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's because it's kind of related to hunting.
Yeah,
so,
I have no idea. Are you still trying to look it up?
Am I allowed to?
Okay, you can look it up. Yeah.
Okay, so my co-host Zach Barton dressed up as him for a Saint Hubert.
Yeah,
I remembered it before I googled it.
Wow.
Saint Hubert. That's right. I remember because he came
that.
wearing his like camouflage like hunting jacket, and I'm like, who are you supposed to be? Because it was a saint party, and he's like, I'm Saint Hubert.
I've never heard
cool
of
guy.
him. Never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
So the Jägermeister has Saint Hubert on it, right?
Yeah.
And have you ever heard of Saint Polly Girl Bear? You ever seen that? That she's not a canonized saint, by the way.
How dare
Okay,
you?
yeah.
Mistruth.
Yeah. Saint Polly Girl has never been canonized, as far as I know. All right, I think that's going to pretty much do it. They see the cool thing about being only on social media is you can go as long as you want.
Yeah.
Okay, we went 7 minutes over.
Oh my goodness!
Thanks
7 whole
everybody who
minutes.
participated. Kevin, sorry, Jonathan didn't recognize you.
Yeah, sorry, Kevin.
A better friend would have done that.
Oh.
See you next week. God bless you. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Better friend. Oh, look.
Thanks for joining us for Back to the Father. And don't forget, the glory of God is the human person fully alive. If you have comments about the show, email Dave Palmer at grnonline.com.